Hello, welcome back to Squish YT. Today we'll be going over the Little Nightmares iceberg. If you're unfamiliar with what an iceberg is, I'll explain it briefly. Basically, an iceberg is a collection of theories about something, starting with the surface levels, which are most likely the smallest things about that topic, and ending with the abyss, being the darkest topics. Get ready because I will definitely not finish this all in one video. Stay tuned and be sure to subscribe to the channel because it really helps improve the quality of our videos. The first entry on the surface level of the iceberg is that the guests eat children. This is referring to the popular theory among the Little Nightmares community that the guests seen in Little Nightmares 1 are actually eating children. Throughout the game, you can see the guests eating some kind of meat, being prepared by most of the bosses as you go along. From the information we can gather, it is safe to conclude that the guests are in fact eating the children we see in other parts of the game. The second entry refers to the shoe monster spotted in Little Nightmares 1 when Six travels through a pile of briefcases and shoes. This creature's appearance still remains unknown, yet we can theorize about it nonetheless. Honestly, I really don't bother explaining this entry because it's something so minor. If you'd like to know more about it though, feel free to watch some theory videos on the boss. The next entry refers to the post-credit scenes after the mysterious plot twist ending of Little Nightmares. After the credits, the maw can be seen, with Styx standing on the edge of it. This could be a slight nod to the extra scene at the end of Little Nightmares 2, with Styx getting ready to arrive at the maw after betraying Mono. Otherwise, it really isn't anything too special. The next entry is about the gnomes, seen all around the game as you explore. These creatures are children who have fallen victim to the lady's powers. If you're unfamiliar, an example of this is shown at the end of the Little Nightmares DLC, in which she turns the runaway boy into a gnome. The final entry of the surface level refers to the lady statues that can be found around the map. They seem to be Easter eggs to something, but I imagine that when you break them, a trapped soul is set free. If you know anything more about this, please let me know in the comment section. The first Shallow Waters entry is titled Giant Cracks. I think this is referring to the time you first enter the city in Little Nightmares 2, where the pieces of land are separated by giant cracks. I think that these occurrences may be caused by the signal tower, dividing a line between the land controlled by it and the land just out of its range. The second entry refers to the theory that Little Nightmares 2 is not actually a sequel, but a prequel. Firstly, I believe that Little Nightmares 2 is both a sequel and a prequel, but that's a story for another time. This theory is believable because of the fact that we see Six putting on her signature yellow jacket for the first time in Little Nightmares 2. Another point I'd like to bring up is the way that Six acts throughout the first game. Sure, she seems like any other person trapped in a facility and trying to make their way out, but something seems off. Not only is Six more hostile, but she's more willing to put others' lives at risk to save her own, which is obviously not normal for a child her age. This type of behavior could only be the result of some kind of mishap, most likely caused by herself, when she chose to drop Mono off of the cliff, restarting the time loop. Next up, we have an entry titled Very Little Nightmares. This is referencing the Little Nightmares mobile game, which provides us with a little more backstory on where Six's jacket came from, though I'll probably go over that in another video. The next entry refers to the Little Nightmares 2 ending, which can be unlocked by collecting all the spirit children within the game. If you were to unlock this ending, it will reveal Six coming out of a TV after the big betrayal with Mono. You will also see Six's spirit form corrupted by the Thin Man telling her to go to the maw. Well, it's getting a bit late, and I should probably go to bed. I'll be sure to make a part 2 as soon as I can. Stay tuned. Cheers.